Jai Shrimad Narayan. Jai Shrimad Narayan. Jai Shrimad Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Srimad Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that are watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that are going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Our topic, the spiritual revolution of the Bhagavad Gita, and I want to explain at the very outset, we are on verse 1. On chapter 1, we've completed our discourse from verse 1 to verse 11. We are going to continue our discourse from verse 12 upwards. But at the outset, I want to explain that all the Bhagavad Gita is initially standard as it is. All the Bhagavad Gita, by all the institutions, all the gurus, all the scholars, whoever extract the Bhagavad Gita, it is extracted from the Mahābhārata and it is standard. The Sanskrit verses you're going to hear being sung by Chinna Swami is a standard verse of the Bhagavad Gita, and that Bhagavad Gita is as it is. There is a confusion when another institution stated that their Bhagavad Gita as it is false. It is false in totality because the original Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita from the Mahābhārata, these verses that you're going to hear being sung by Chinna Swami, are the same verses that are sung or heard by everyone in all the Bhagavad Gita. So initially the Bhagavad Gita is as it is. Then these philosophers and scholars, they change the Bhagavad Gita according to their format and their philosophy. So the Advaita will look at the Bhagavad Gita as it is and then change it to the Advaitic philosophy, which now contaminates the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita must not be contaminated. Vedic data. Vedic data is upon which this entire universe subsists. This universe is animated by living entities. The 8.4 million bodies are also animated by living entities. This universe is running on information that presets creation. So if we look outside the window, we can see Our trees are shaking. The branches are shaking. It is a cloudy day today, and we are expecting a slight shower. This information that I'm giving you regarding the description around me is information in action. The tree is responding to the information that is inserted in it. The wind is moving according to the information that is inserted in it. The speed of the wind will be determined by the information that is preset. And everything that happens is working on information that is preset, pre-configured in this universe. Nothing is a chance. Nothing is a mistake. There is no mistake in this universe. In this universe there can be no mistake. Everything is meticulously pre-inserted. Information is alive throughout this universe. Information is living throughout this universe, and this is not human information. This is not human information. When the sun shines, it shines through information preset in the sun itself. When the moon shines with already information preset in itself, and that information is living information. Is living information. Like there's a fan that is spinning. As long as that fan is spinning on information that is preset in it, and it is manufactured in such a way, wood information, and it will continue to work wood information until it ceases to exist. At the moment, there's information alive in that fan that is making the blades rotate. So this universe is living information. This universe is living information that lives 24/7. Every change you see in the universe is a change in the information that was configured already in the universe. So nothing is a chance. If there's a tsunami, that tsunami had to take place at that particular time by information set in the earth's mechanism. All of you understand? You, yourself, is a technology with the most unique information preset in you. You are information in action. When you look, your eyes have information to receive the sunlight. Your brains have information to receive the sunlight through your eyes and invert it in your brain. You actually see through the brain. The screen with which you see is from the brain. The eye is just an instrument to receive the light, reflect it, analyze it, spread the colors, so that when you see from the brain. You actually see through the brain, and the brain has information inserted in its formation. The brain is working faster than any known computer. Whether you are dim-witted, we call you dull, whether you're a failure, but your brain is still processing information by information that was preset at its birth. You understand? So there's information all over. Your body is electrical. You have an electrical body, only thing your eyes cannot see the glow. Alright? Your eyes cannot see the glow, but your body is a bioelectrical body. A bioelectrical body, and inserted in each body, in each human body, is the whole Mahābhārata. The whole Mahābhārata is inside you, which includes the Bhagavad-Gītā. If you take all the characters of the Mahābhārata, all the characters of the Mahābhārata, all the characters are in you. Majority, 98 or 99.99% of you are Dhritarashtra and his 100 sons, Duryodhana. 99 point, and that information is working at the moment. When you are mean, when you are greedy, when you are stingy, when you got arrogance, when you got anger, when you got hatred, when you got jealousy, all that information has already been implanted in you. That is the Mahābhārata. You are the Mahābhārata. You can act, but whoever took part in the Mahābhārata is in you, including Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Including Lord Krishna, Arjuna, Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra. The Guru is also inside you. The Guru is inside you. Everyone has a Guru inside them. The external Guru awakens the internal Guru. Alright? So you are a quantity of information informing the body. I had information stored in me that told my hair to go white. Satish had information in his hair called Jessica that made him go bald. Alright? So this information is already in every living entity. Information, the Mahābhārata is there. What's the difference between information and knowledge? Researchers, what is the difference between information and knowledge? Information and knowledge. You'll find that both come from data. Both come from raw data. Information comes from raw data. Knowledge comes from raw data. They are similar, but they perform different functions. And that knowledge in Sanskrit is called the Veda. That knowledge in Sanskrit is called the Veda. So the Veda is working in you in the context of information. The Veda is alive in every human being, in every animal, in every plant, in every in fish, in every entity. The shape of the fish is designed by the Veda. Nirali is designed by the Veda. When you're fighting with somebody, Nirali, tell them you have the entire Mahābhārata in you and see how they run. Alright, although they have the entire Mahābhārata also in them, but if you don't have knowledge, you can't use the information. You need knowledge, although the information is there, although the information is alive, although the information is active, you breathe in because of information inserted in you, what your rate of breathing must be. Are you understanding? So the job of the Guru is to make you aware that you are a bundle of information. And this is why Lord Sri Krishna states that do not wait for the fruit of your actions. It's already predetermined. It's already predetermined. It's there already. The information is in you already. You are stressing for nothing. Whether you stress or don't stress, the result will be the same. So why perform your actions and leave the result alone? Because the result is predestined. The result is, this entire universe is predestined. It's running on information computed into it since creation, prior to your existence. Yeah. All of you understand? So this universe is animated and living entities animate this universe. The reason I'm going into this depth is because no guru can take credit for the Bhagavad Gita. No guru in this universe can take credit for the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is there before the Guru came. And Bhagavad Gita will be there after the Guru is gone. The Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all knowledge. What does that mean? All knowledge has already been computed into this universe. No matter who the Guru is or who the follower is, no matter how great that Guru is, no matter how many thousands of books he got, he never invented the Bhagavad Gita. And if he never invented the Bhagavad Gita, he has no right to claim the Bhagavad Gita in any form. The Guru is only the custodian of the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita that must be passed in its true and correct form to his disciples. It means he must move this knowledge from himself to there, but the knowledge must still be encased. Nothing must be changed in that knowledge. How the knowledge is in the Bhagavad Gita, he must extract it through his realization and hand it over to his disciples in exactly the same form. In exactly the same form. The Bhagavad Gita is a summary of all the Upanishads. Bhagavad Gita is a summary of all the Upanishads, and a Guru may use the various Upanishads in the shlokas that were spoken by or sung by Lord Sri Krishna. So if you go to a particular verse, and if you want to corroborate that verse, then you go to an Upanishad and say, Lord Sri Krishna's chapter 1 verse 7 exists in the Isopanishad, or it exists in the Taittiriya Upanishad, verse that and chapter that. You can corroborate, but you can't come outside the Bhagavad Gita. You can't make your own. You can't follow any saint from the 15th or 16th century who made a change in the Bhagavad Gītā and then follow that. Do you understand carefully? Bhagavad Gītā as it is the Bhagavad Gītā that's in the Mahābhārata. Bhagavad Gītā as it is the Bhagavad Gītā in the Mahābhārata. If any saint took that, or Guru took that Bhagavad Gītā and he added his own flavor to it, then that Bhagavad Gītā is no more as it is. You understand? It means it has been contaminated. Because Lord Krishna was here. Was he here? Who spoke the Bhagavad Gītā? Did he mention Advaita in his Bhagavad Gītā and say this Bhagavad Gītā is an Advaita Bhagavad Gītā? Did he say this Bhagavad Gītā is a Dvaita Bhagavad Gītā? Did he say this Bhagavad Gītā is a Abheda Bhagavad Gītā? Did he say this Bhagavad Gītā is a Asintya Abheda Bhagavad Gītā? He didn't say. So if some guru along the way, after Lord Ramanuj, changed the Bhagavad Gītā to Advaita, is that Bhagavad Gītā correct? If they changed it to Advaita, is it correct? Dvaita, is it correct? Asintya Bheda, is it correct? Bheda, is it correct? Do you understand? So if the Bhagavad Gītā that was taken from the Mahābhārata was changed and they looked at it through different lenses, that information that is implanted in you, you are the Bhagavad Gītā yourself. Can that Bhagavad Gītā that is inside you correspond to a Bhagavad Gītā that is diluted outside you? It has to interface. That Bhagavad Gītā that is outside must interface with the Bhagavad Gītā that is inside, and then only you will have a contact. And when you have a contact, what will happen? You won't dance mad around the world anymore. Because your duty is not to dance mad around the world. Your duty is liberation. And when the outside Bhagavad Gītā connects to the inside Bhagavad Gītā, Nirali will never ever dye her hair again. No lipstick, no gold jewelry, nothing. We might see her with some mango leaf tied on a string as a necklace. Yes, Nirali? Because the Bhagavad Gītā outside and inside are not connecting, we are not living pure spiritual life. Abhi, you wanted some proof. I hope you're getting enough proof, you and Cyril. Okay? So, right at the outset of the Bhagavad Gītā is the Gītā Mahatmyam. I'm stating this again. Alright? In the Gītā Mahatmyam, Lord Narayan is talking, not Lord Krishna. Who's talking? In the Gītā Mahatmyam, Lord Narayan is talking. He's talking not to Radha, he's talking to Mother Lakshmi. And he's telling Mother Lakshmi that the Bhagavad Gītā is my body. The different parts of the Bhagavad Gītā is the different parts of my body. Whose body? Lord Narayan. The Bhagavad Gītā is different parts of Lord Narayan's body. That is the Gītā Mahatmya. That is the opening prayer of the Bhagavad Gītā. And Lord Krishna tells many people in the Mahābhārata that he is Lord Narayan. Many parts in the Mahābhārata he tells various people, I am Narayana. Who says that? So if Lord Sri Krishna himself states that he is an incarnation of Lord Narayan, can any guru say that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord? That means that Guru has lied. Guru has lied. Chapter 16 states that the absolute truth can only be found in the scripture. Absolute truth can only be found in authorized scripture. And if Lord Sri Krishna himself is stating, I am Narayan, and there's a Bhagavad-Gita that's stating Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that Bhagavad-Gita has sold 100 million copies. What must we do to the 100 million copies? If 100 million people are deceived, if 100 million people are deceived by one guru, $100 million people are deceived by one guru, what happens to our society in terms of liberation? 100 million people will go backward. What about their children? What about their grandchildren? Because everyone is taught wrong by one guru who changed the dynamics. Do you understand? But this fits in. It fits in with Kali Yuga. This fits in with Kali Yuga. So all cheater gurus and all bona fide gurus, who's seated in the heart? Who? Chapter 15, verse 15, Lord Sri Krishna says, I am seated in the hearts of all. From me comes knowledge, and from me comes forgetfulness. So what is Lord Sri Krishna doing in Kali Yuga? All the cheater gurus, he is seated in the heart and he takes away their memory. He takes away their memory and they start cheating in their preaching. When 75% of them become cheater gurus, who is the boss? Kali, from Kali Yuga. And 25%, in Kali Yuga there's only 25% purity. And who is the boss of that set of gurus? Lord Narayan himself. Is it understood? In Kali Yuga, 75% of the information must be false. Then you need 75% false gurus. And how those false gurus become false gurus? Dancing gurus. How they become false gurus? Through their karma. As gurus. Every living entity goes through karma. It is by their choice that the Supreme Lord made them impersonators. Do you understand? So from here now, we're going to see the dilemma of Arjuna. We're going to see this background covers Arjuna in chapter 1. So are we by?
Sanjaya uvacha tasya sanjanayan harsham kuru vruddha pitamaha सिंहनादं विनद्योच्छैः शङ्खं दध्मौ प्रतापवान् संजय
Okay, I'm going to read the verse 12. Then the valiant grandsire Bhisma, senior most of the Kuru clan, roaring like a lion, blew his conch with a view to cheer up Duryodhan. Why is he cheering up Duryodhan? What happened in the preceding 11 verses? Preceding 10 verses, what happened? Duryodhan, being of demonic and unrighteous nature, when he saw the army of the Pandavas, although they were 25% or less smaller, because unrighteous people don't have clear vision. They always afraid. They don't sleep at night. When somebody knocks the door, they get up. Yes, unrighteous people? I'm asking you all. You get up in the middle of the night. Mango? Unrighteous people are always jittery. They can't see the truth. And because Duryodhan didn't see the truth, he got depressed, he ran to his guru. Like you all of you all are here today. Why? Duryodhan ran to his guru. Bhisma is his grandfather. Bhisma is his grandfather. He saw his grandson, his unrighteous grandson, depressed, and then he blew his conch to cheer him up. Okay? Next verse.
ततः शङ्खाश्च भैर्यश्च पणवानकगोमुखाः सहसैवाभ्यहन्यन्त सशब्दस्तु मुलोऽभवत् ततः शङ्ख.
Then suddenly conches and kettle drums, trumpets, tables and blowhorns blared forth, and the sound was terrific.
ततस्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महति स्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदध्मतुः.
Then Sri Krishna and Arjuna, stationed in the great chariot yoked with white horses, blew their divine conches.
पाञ्चजन्यं हृषीकेशो देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः पौण्ड्रं दध्मौ महाशङ्खं भीमकर्मावृकोदरः. अनन्तविजयं राजा कुन्तीपुत्रो युधिष्ठिरः नकुलः सह देवश्च सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ. कास्यश्च परमेश्वासः शिखण्डी च महारथः धृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च सात्यकिश्चापराजितः. द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वतः पृथिवीपते सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुः शङ्खान् दद्मुः पृथक् पृथक्
Right.
सघोषोध
No, go to 19.
सघोषोधार्तराष्ट्राणाम् हृदयानि व्यदारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव तुमुलो व्यनुनादयन्.
Okay, verse 15. Sri Krishna blew his corn, Panchajanya, Arjuna blew his corn, Devata and Bhima of terrible deeds, his great corns, Paundra. Verse 16. King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti, blew his corn, Ananta Vidya and Nakula and Sahadeva blew their conches to Gose and Magni Pusaka. 17. And the king of Kasi, the supreme bowman, Sikandi, the mighty warrior, Drishta Yumna and Virata and Satyaki, the invincible, Draupadi and 18. Draupadi and the sons of Draupadi, and the strong-armed son of Subdara, all, O king, blew their several conches again and again. And that tumultuous uproar, resounding through heaven and earth, rent the hearts of Dhritarashtra's sons. So what I read is Bhagavad Gita as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is, and all the gurus, they read Bhagavad Gita as it is before they do their commentary. So every Bhagavad Gita is always as it is. The commentary diverts the Bhagavad Gita. The commentary touches Lord Narayan's body. If it is not explained as it is. You understand? Because this Bhagavad Gita is Lord Narayan's body, and if you do a commentary that is not exactly interfacing Lord Narayan's body, then you giving Lord Narayan pain. You taking his finger and you twisting it backwards. What you are doing? Taking Lord Narayan's finger and twisting it backwards. And I am tired myself of Lord Narayan's finger being twisted backwards. So I have to come out publicly and point my finger at those that twisting Lord Narayan's finger. You think I'm doing the righteous thing? All of you? You think it's right that we put the Bhagavad Gita right so that everyone don't have a claim to be the correct guru for the Bhagavad Gita. You can only be the correct guru of the Bhagavad Gita if you don't change anything. If you don't change anything. And Lord Srimad Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Krishna is his 8th incarnation. Lord Krishna is his 8th incarnation. He incarnated 7 times before Lord Sri Krishna. If Lord Narayan is the incarnation of Lord Krishna, I want you to hear this properly. If Lord Narayan is the incarnation of Lord Krishna, then what is the purpose of the incarnation of Lord Narayan? What is the purpose? There's no need for Lord Narayan if Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes or no? what is the need? But if Lord Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is a need of Lord Krishna to speak the Bhagavad Gita and enact the Mahābhārata. But if Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is the need for Lord Narayan? Where does Lord Narayan put in? Logic. Logic? Where will Lord Narayan put in if Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What work has he got? What's his duties, Nirali? What are his duties? I'm just waiting for anybody to challenge me on this, and then I'll take that Bhagavad Gita as it is, verse by verse, and I'll prove it wrong. I'm waiting. Somebody officially comes to us and say, please, Acharya ji, we are existing for over 50 years. We made people dance around the world for 50 years. Can you prove what you are saying? Verse by verse, I'll prove. Okay, you think that's fair? All of you think that's fair? They need to approach us, then I'll go in depth and comprehensively explain Lord Ramanuj Bhagavad Gita and that Bhagavad Gita, verse by verse, and show the discrepancies and show how they've been twisting Lord Narayan's finger for the past 50 or 60 years. Alright, so I got the evidence. I'm a guru. I have information activated in me. I can convert it to knowledge and have a debate. Any time. Okay? What verse I stopped at? Oh, I went to 19. Okay. My research is, I want you to find the difference between the word terrific and tumultuous. Terrific and tumultuous. Alright? So, again, who is describing Kurukshetra and to who? What you heard now was spoken by whom and to whom. You got the difference? What's terrific?
He is wonderful, marvelous, and tumultuous is marked by confusion, disorder, noise, or violent agitation.
Okay.
So they differ in connotation.
Okay. So when the unrighteous blew their conches, their trumpets, their war cry, the sound was terrific. Sound was terrific. When the righteous blew the same instrument, their sound was tumultuous. It was huge. It was deafening. 19. And it resounded through heaven and earth and rent the hearts of Dhritarashtra's son. Satish, I don't know how to really describe this. Maybe you can describe it better. you describe Jessica's loudest shrill of your life that sent you scooting? That went, that pierced the heart, that you had to leave the room, that shook you, that kept you numb for hours. And Jessica, you described Satish when he told you, please Jessica, keep quiet. What he did to you? Nothing. But when you shrieked, what happened to my poor Satish Bhai? He shook in his boots. You understand? So there's two armies there. I don't want to say who's righteous. I don't want to say who's righteous and unrighteous between Jessica and Satish, but the sounds will tell you. The sounds will tell you, alright? So here they are on the battlefield. The unrighteous, weak and feeble, they sent their sounds, but what it was? Weak and feeble. On this other side, who blew the conch first? I read it. Lord Krishna. Why is he the head of any army? Is he a field marshal? He's supposed to be neutral, yes? But who blew the conch first? He's a chariot driver, yes? He's driving the chariot. Why did he blow his conch first? He's not the field marshal. He's not the head of the army. Why did he blow the conch first? Why you think he blew the conch first, Norman? Lord Krishna on the opposite side blew the conch first, and then Arjuna followed. Why you think? Because the Supreme Lord is the head of righteousness. Supreme Lord is the head of righteousness, and it doesn't matter hierarchically where you position him. Even he's a chariot driver, he's still the head of righteousness. Even if he's your servant sweeping, he's still the head of righteousness. And this is why Lord Shri Krishna blew the conch first. He's always the head of righteousness. Doesn't matter what material status you have given him or he has accepted. He'll always be the head of righteousness, and he'll always be the Supreme Lord. You can't take that supremacy away from the Lord at any given time. You understand? You understand in a way? So, when the conch was blown on this side, he blew the conch on that side because he is the Supreme Lord and head of righteousness simultaneously. So whatever position God takes on this planet Earth, he took 9 other incarnations. Whilst he is living in his incarnation, his supremacy is never diluted. His supremacy is never diluted. Alright? We understand? Okay, you can go to the... Is there any verse you do not understand from verse 12 to verse 19? Is there any verse you do not understand? Okay, one more point I want to make. So, Sanjaya only described, when he was describing the unrighteous, he only described in one verse, verse 12. Then the valiant grandsire Bhisma, seniormost of the Kuru clan, roaring like a lion, blew his conch with a view to cheer up Duryodhana. Then suddenly conches and kettle drums, trumpets, cherbows, blowhorns blared forth, and the sound was terrific. So he uses two verses and he only names Bhisma. But from verse 15 to verse 18, he names all the main characters on the Pandava side. Why you think he does that? On the unrighteous side, he only names one, and on the righteous side, he names and describes a whole lot of the warriors that blew their kettle drums and their conches. Why? Why did Sanjaya do that? What side you think Sanjaya's consciousness is aligned with? The unrighteous side or the righteous side? Sorry? Can't hear? Yes. And when you are aligned with righteousness, what side you'll describe? Righteousness or unrighteousness? You'll describe righteous. Your affinity, although you're a neutral observer. Sanjaya is a neutral observer. He is describing. He is deliberately the righteous side. Are you understanding? Asmika, you understand? So although you are righteous and you'll be neutral, but you'll be leaning toward the description of the righteous side, which is it normal? When you righteous, you must spend your time in proper description of righteousness. That is your duty. If you are righteous, don't describe unrighteousness. How is it going to help anyone? Your job is, you are righteous, you must promote righteousness. Is he promoting righteousness? By describing all the eminent and prominent people on the righteous side of the army. Can we fault him with anything? Because it is a default setting. If you are righteous, you must promote righteousness, notwithstanding your neutral status quo. Bit heavy for you again? Heavy or interesting? I can see your head leaning to the unrighteous side. The left side is the unrighteous. Okay, you can...
अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः.
Carry on.
सञ्जय उवाच ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाहमहीपते यावदेतान्निरीक्षेऽहम् योद्धुकामानवस्थितान् कैर्मया सह योद्धव्यम् अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे योत्स्यमानानवेक्षेऽहम् य एतेऽत्र समागताः धार्तराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धेः युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः। संजय उवाच संजय उवाच एवमुक्तो हृषीकेशो गुडाकेशेन भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्। भीष्मद्रोणप्रमुखतः सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम् उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान् समवेतान् कुरूनिति। तत्रापश्यत् स्थितान् पार्थः पितॄनथ पितामहान् आचार्यान् मातुलान् भ्रातॄन् पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखींस्तथा स्वेसुरान् सुहृदश्चैव सेनयोरुभयोरपि तान् समीक्ष्य स कौन्तेयः सर्वान् बन्धूनवस्थितान् कृपया परयाविष्टो विषीदन्निदमब्रवीत्। अर्जुन सीदन्ति मम गात्राणि मुखं च परिशुष्यति वेपथुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते। गाण्डीवं स्रंसते हस्तात् त्वक् चैव परिदह्यते न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः। संजय उवाच एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः संख्ये रथोपस्थ उपाविशत् विसृज्य सशरं चापं शोकसंविघ्नमानसः। एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः संख्ये रथोपस्थ उपाविशत् अधर्माभिभवात् कृष्णा प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रियः स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णसंकरः। संकरो नरकायैव कुलघ्नानां कुलस्य च पतन्ति पितरो ह्येषां लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रियाः। दोषैरेतैः कुलघ्नानां वर्णसंकरकारकैः उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्माः कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां मनुष्याणां जनार्दन नरके नियतं वासो भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुमा अहो बत महत्पापं कर्तुं व्यवसिता वयं यद्राज्यसुखलोभेन हन्तुं स्वजनमुद्यताः यदि मामप्रतीकारम् अशस्त्रं शस्त्रपाणयः धार्तराष्ट्रारणे हन्युः तन्मे क्षेमतरं भवेत्। संजय उवाच एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः संख्ये रथोपस्थ उपाविशत् विसृज्य सशरं चापं शोकसंविघ्नमानसः।
Okay. So enjoy the verses. These verses are Bhagavad-Gītā as it is. These are verses from the Bhagavad-Gītā as it is, and the Guru is going to explain those verses. Very simple, very, very simple, verse by verse. Next week, Mirali gave me a sign there. She's hungry. The Guru has to be compassionate. If I explain these verses this week, we won't see Mirali next week. So we have to be very, very balanced. Okay? But the Bhagavad-Gītā was spoken 5,126 years ago. From that time to now, has there ever been a Kurukshetra in the scale of the Kurukshetra of Lord Sri Krishna? Has there ever been? Where the Lord asked his devotee, which is him himself anyway, to kill his relatives, to kill his teacher, his guru, to kill his family, friends, relatives, teachers. Has this occurred again in physical form since the Bhagavad-Gītā was spoken at Kurukshetra? Never happened again, yes? Which means Lord Sri Krishna in this phase, in this chapter, in this half of this chapter, in these verses, his intention wasn't merely for you to find a relative and dig their eyes out. That was not on your side of thinking. Neither was it to come and dig my eyes out. I'm talking about eyes, Jessica. I have a new reading glasses. This is not a clicks reading glasses, 2.2 and 1.2, which I have been buying for years. And Dana has been flipping them here quietly. Alright? This is a, can't read the name of the frame. Ray-Ban. Boss. Okay, this is a Boss frame. This is a boss brain, and I went to the optometrist. Jessica, we're talking about eyes. We are talking about a guru with real divine eyes. A guru with bona fide divine eyes. Who can say whether the guru's eyes is divine or not? You looking at me or an optometrist? Who can describe the eyes of a guru? So I went to a optometrist. He put a big machine. He put a big, huge machine on my eyes, and I had to read up and down, up and down, up and down. And then I said, let me confuse him. I said, let me. So I confused him. Shanita got the evidence of the confusion. You got it, Shanita? When he just saw one big light. Instead of me seeing the one big light, the optometrist, and he's not an Indian, he's a white. He saw one big light, and when I left, he went on the same seat according to Shanita, and he just slept there for hours. Alright? I'm saying this satisfied because there's a TikTok video going in where the guru looked in somebody's eyes. And that eyes, satisfied, that eyes is looking London going Tokyo. That is why he wears glasses all the time. And if this guru was so powerful, what should have happened when he gazed into the guru's eyes? Nirali? Both going to double. Yes? Because if you want a real guru to gaze you, even the optometrist must be mystified. Alright? There's no such thing as gazing in the eyes. What stupidity is that? Giving darshan through the eyes. And you have to pay thousands to go look 2 minutes in an impersonator's eye. What you going to get in the eye? Because the soul is living in the heart. Yeah, if he gazes at your heart, then it will make sense. He's trying to liberate you. He's looking at you in your eye. And again, looking London, going Tokyo. He's supposed to have power, don't you think? If somebody came to me cross-eyed and I'm the most powerful guru, I'm giving darshan around the world, my first job is to fix that eye. Alignment. In fact, he shouldn't call that darshan, he should call that eye alignment center. And then he can charge 2,000 or 3,000. Because they make a lot of money. They have camps all over the world. They're moving in money. And you are so dumb. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, you'll go look at the Guru's eyes. If you know the Bhagavad Gita, will you ever go and the Guru act like an optometrist? Sanita, please give this Guru some machines. I was afraid when I went behind those machines. I was hoping they don't poke my eye. Huge machines. Okay? And look at, coincidentally, last week somebody's eyes was gazed into. The following week I had to gaze into a machine. And the same day the optometrist was so spiritualized that he sat in the same chair that I sat in and he just passed out. And we blessing him because he donated eye-to-eye blessing. This is real darshan. If you want to know what's real darshan, Shanita must provide all the evidence of the miracle that happened in this I darshan. This is a bona fide darshan. This is where it really happens, alright? So I promise Shanita that optometrists at this point in time are quiet, but they are going to be very, very busy. That is called bona fide darshan, alright? Well, if they continue what in the Guru classes, their prosperity can continue. You know, I got a ray-ban last week, this week I got this, and Sanita said this is not the ultimate, there's something better coming, a better frame is coming. So, jokes aside, Sanita, how many years you in this business? 41 years you in this business. So you must be about 80. Janita, don't look at your daughter like that. She also got a guru who can also do some eye tricks. Eye darshan. Alright? So in your 40 years in this business, did you ever see an experience like this in your rooms? Okay, so we're going to take you as evidence, and we're going to show that a bona fide guru can baffle medical science. Yes or no? Tell them how good my eyes is, Anita. You know what that means? I can see all. I can, Tanya, see all. As it. Well, understand? Okay, next week we're going to continue. This chapter 1 is the foundation on which the whole Bhagavad Gita sits on. This chapter 1 is the foundation on which the whole Bhagavad Gita sits on. And I said, never since the Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,126 years ago, did anybody have to kill their relatives, because this Bhagavad Gita was staged. It was staged. Everyone in the Bhagavad Gita who was killed, everybody died who took part in this Bhagavad Gita, including Lord Sri Krishna had to live in material body, and everyone was liberated. There was a special consolation for whoever took part in this Bhagavad Gita, that when you are going to lose your life, you are finally liberated. But this staging had to take place. This physical staging had to take place to show humanity how the Kurukshetra that Lord Sri Krishna wanted you to learn is the Kurukshetra in your mind. Is the Kurukshetra in your mind. That Kurukshetra was staged, it was real, the demons were real demons, the divine were really divine. They were staged to kill each other until they all were eventually liberated, which means everyone is now living in Vaikuntha with the Supreme Lord, alright? Because you like a nice story to live by that story, isn't it? You like a nice story, then you're going to start living according to that story, and in that story you learn all your lessons is learned in that story. There are millions of lessons to be learned from the 700 verses. Don't look at the 700 verses only. There are millions of stories that's going to emanate from these 700 verses. So the story part, when you listen to the Bhagavad Gita, it must relate to you today because it is embedded in you. So when they say you must kill your grandfather, I'm going to make you kill your grandfather. When they say kill your teacher, I'm going to make you kill your teacher. That's what I am here for. You must kill your relatives. If you have to kill your parents, you must kill your parents, grandparents, uncles, aunties, friends, all those people that need to be killed if you want liberation and righteousness. You have to kill certain people. I'm trying to make it a suspense so you and our worldwide viewership from wherever they are around the world, they want to know what kind of a guru wants people to kill their own family. Next week and a good few weeks following that, because this is the foundation of the Bhagavad Gita. Killing your family that is unrighteous. You have to kill your family that is unrighteous. That is the foundation of the Bhagavad Gita. Jai Shrimad.